Hello and welcome to Trails to Azure Part 52. Today it's finally time to visit St. Ursula Medical College. I honestly can't remember why I am where I am right now. Oh, because I got teleported here after finishing the fishing. Because I was at the boathouse and they forcibly teleported me there. And then I was moving around because I was finished for the day. But there's no quick way back from here. It's probably faster to go this way. Though it might not be. But anyway. Now let's go back to Crossbell. Enter here. Go to the garage. So, yesterday I finished the fishing quest line. It was fairly relaxed, but I'm actually gonna do something for a second. It took longer than I expected, so I didn't have time to get to St. Ursula. So that's what I'm gonna do now. But again, while I was here, there's definitely something here later in the game. Because there's a cave. I wonder when if it's running out of time to show up, so it might actually not matter, but I still think it will. But story progress time. But first and foremost, get that back to normal. And rest real quick. And save again to be safe. Then, double check this. Basically now it's time to enter. There will be a cutscene right here. Weird. Those supplies definitely should have gotten here by now. Oh, pardon me. Welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. If you're here to visit a patient, just head to the first floor lobby and sign in at the reception desk. I think that's the first time I've ever talked to this guy. I wonder if that's his default discussion. Panicked. It's a lot of people. I can tell there are more people here than usual. You're right. There were so many people injured during the raid on the city alone. Among them were Inspector Donovan and Ilya. And Fran. And the other inspector probably. Yes, they're both still comatose too. Inspector Donovan. I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't protected Fran. It's thanks to him that she's been able to recover as quickly as she has. That's true. In all the time we've known him, the old man's always had a huge heart. You gotta respect that. Here's hoping we get the chance to check in on him and Ilya too. Indeed. That said, Sully should be coming to visit Ilya today as well. By the way, what room are they keeping your sister in? Oh, she's in 301. We should probably go check in at the reception desk before we make any visits. Good call. Let's go. I'd like to see Cecil too, but I can only guess how insanely busy she is. I have something uncalled for to say. I bet technically, what's her name? Shizuku probably could temporarily live not in the hospital if they need the space. We've never been allowed back here. I've never been allowed past this door. Okay, there's two random people, except I think I was here after they were raided in 0, but like since then I haven't been allowed back here when I've tested. My son and his wife were admitted here after the raid on the city. I'm grateful to know they're still alive, but I haven't been able to calm down since I found out. Never did I imagine a tragedy like this happening to our state. They say even the police and CGF lost their people. I mean, I think there weren't nearly as many civilian casualties as there were, like, CGF and police casualties. Just what'll become of our little crossbow at this rate? Because, like, most civilians were just hostages or taken out of buildings and stuff. They weren't going out of their way to kill civilians. Mommy and Daddy have been looking really sad the last few days. Is my big brother gonna be okay? What happened to him? Please tell me that's Donovan. That would be great. It won't be, but our son was severely injured during the raid on the city. He survived, thank the goddess, but he's still in the ICU. They didn't allow us to visit him for very long either. The ICU, as a kid, I was like, oh, it's where you can visit patients because ICU. But no, it's intensive care unit. Oh, Eidos above, please save my son. As a member of the Guardian Force, my son was fighting those Jaegers on the front lines. I never would have allowed him to enlist had I known this was going to happen. You never would have allowed him to enlist had you known that he would have to do his job. Yeah, I know it's slightly different. Most of the time their job is menial patrolling, but come on. He is joining the hypothetical army. You probably should have just not allowed him to enlist in the first place if you were worried about him getting injured. Not everyone who was injured in the raid could be saved. Why does it have to be like this, Flora? It feels like my heart is falling apart. I know exactly how you feel, Michaud. But now's not the time to grieve. Not while we have jobs to do. Don't forget our mission as doctors. If you have time to sulk, then you have time to treat those that still need us. Sit down and eat lunch with me, Michaud. We're going to have to fill up if we want to make it through our afternoon rounds. Flora's right. I should focus on helping those who are in our care so they can walk away from here happy and healthy. Happy? Doubtful. Because them being happy would require a lot of effort that you can't put in. In addition to my duties here at Lectier, I'm also in charge of the meals that are served to our hospital patients. Sadly, some of our newest arrivals are so badly hurt, they can't even manage to take a bite. It's weird that she's a superintendent, but she's seemingly the only cook. Food and energy go hand in hand, so I hope they'll be able to eat soon. IV drips. Okay. I'm gonna buy this while I'm here. Magica soup. Weird. 5% heal. Arts plus 25, ADF plus 25. That's a weird item. Oh yeah, again. It's weird that surgical gloves increase accuracy. Because once it fit properly, they won't decrease accuracy, but like, they certainly won't make it easier to be precise. It should be like prevent poison or something. Instead of accuracy increase. Or like prevent some status ailments. Okay, talk to her. Le Lectier has had an influx of visitors this week due to the attack on the city. The most severely injured came from the CPD and CGF. But the toughest part by far is seeing how distraught their families are. It makes me imagine how I'd have felt if my own loved ones had been involved in that raid. The thought alone breaks my heart. I wonder why Crossbow's so French. Like Arc-en-Ciel, Villa Raisin, Le Lectier. There's a lot of French in Crossbow. Yeah, I wonder if it's an intentional choice. Wait, no, yeah, I want to go out. I wonder if it's an intentional choice. Wait, what's this? Okay, no, it is that. Whether it's intentional or if it's just... Darn. Or if it's just, thematically, oh, French sounds nice to the Japanese ear in this context. I don't know. Crossbell City, attacked by a Jaeger Corps. Even now, this news still has me reeling. This past week has been one of the longest of my life. It sickens me that anyone would do something so vile. Knowing that the recovery efforts have been going well is a relief, but I wonder if Crossbow will ever be the same again. We've had a flood of patients streaming into the hospital due to the incident in the city. It's difficult to give everyone the treatment they need. We've had to make a waiting list for those who are scheduled for surgeries. I mean, it's kind of funny. It's like, we had to make a waiting list. Whereas, like, a lot of medical stuff in, like, Canada, the US, etc. have long waiting lists anyway. Of course, this type of surgery is much more of a rush because they're bullet wounds and stuff. My buddy was caught in the raid and ended up being hospitalized. I hope he gets well soon. Hey, keep it down. You're going to cause a scene. Have some consideration. This is so boring. How long are they going to keep me waiting? See, that is a weird kid. Keep me waiting, not keep us waiting. I think as a kid, even if it's me who has like a normal checkup, I would say us and not me, because I wouldn't take it as a personal slight, even when I was younger. I know there's a lot resting on our shoulders, but I don't know how much longer I can go on. No, I shouldn't think that way. The patients are suffering far more than I am. I have no right to complain. I haven't heard any new patients' names called in a while. I suppose the exams really are backed up. I don't envy how busy the doctors have been, with all the victims injured in that horrible attack. This is one of those mismatches between gameplay and, I don't know, story. If they, like, even in a normal hospital, these benches would be, like, full. Like, even on, like, a fairly normal day, every seat would probably be full. And so, the tone of, oh, it's so busy, works a little less because these seats aren't packed. But I assume that's for gameplay reasons of, we don't want to make you talk to 50 people to check everyone. So it's like the gameplay needs to, the setting needs to take a little bit of a backseat for gameplay reasons, which might be negative, but anyway. I wonder if Crossbow will ever be the same after this. No, because there's a referendum coming up. The way things are, I can hardly even bring myself to sleep at night. Can I enter here? Hey, they do let me. I'm kind of surprised. Ooh, 2 dead people. Our patients from the raid on the city consist of more than just those who suffered injuries during the attack itself. There are also some who have been suffering post-traumatic stress to the point of physical anguish. It's a staunch reminder of how close the body and mind are connected. There's something about the body and mind being connected that was relevant in Trails in the Sky as well. Dr. Lago taught me that in the worst of times, we doctors have a duty to keep our chins up. After all, if we were to show signs of hopelessness, what kind of example would that set for the patients? Distress and mental fatigue are just as important as any other aspect of their well-being. I think it's kind of interesting. These guys are not covered by blankets. Fire. So much fire all across the city. It was terrifying. Just like all the disputes over our estate that broke out back when I was young. Ooh, so that's like deep-seated. Like, ugh, no. The patient seems to be having a nightmare. Dum dum dum. Let me in. I've worked here for years, but never have I seen us house this many patients at once. It truly is unprecedented. But we'll just have to do everything we can for our patients, no matter how many there are. Let's see. I still have to do my rounds in the ICU and research ward. I'll also have to make sure I check on Inspector Donovan's ventilator. Phew. Business is really picking up now. I'm swamped. Strange rumors are going around that the raid on the city was a plot hatched by the Imperial government. Could the Empire really have been responsible for an attack that sent so many innocent people to the hospital? If that's true, then I don't think I'll ever be able to look at my beloved homeland the same way again. Hey, he's not a nationalist patriot. That's nice. It's a character. Nope, not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the dead guy. Okay, there. Gah. Both of my legs were broken during the attack. Why doesn't he have any casts? Damn it. What did I do to deserve any of this? Pretty rough to break both legs. Obviously it's better than, like, dying. But breaking 2 legs is pretty rough. In the short span of time since admitting her, we've had a great number of visitors coming by hoping to see Miss Platière. Unfortunately, she is still comatose. Only an authorized few can enter her room. We've had no choice but to turn them down. That hasn't slowed the never-ending flood of gifts and sweets from arriving, however. If there's a silver lining in this, it's seeing firsthand just how much of an inspiration Miss Platière is for the citizens. Oh, hello, Noelle. I see you've brought the rest of the SSS with you today. Do. Are you all here to pay Fran a visit? We are. Is now a good time? Yes, of course. I'm glad she regained consciousness, by the way. She'll be delighted to see all of you, I'm sure. Yeah, me too. Thank you very much. Let's go, guys. She's up on the 3rd floor, room 301. Sounds good. Thank you again, Sarah. Now, is 301 Shizuku's room? They're not going to let me invade these. Oh, I can go in here, though. Cool. I'll talk to her first. The CGF guardsmen who were brought in are being cared for at the ICU for the time being. The injuries they sustained from the Jaegers are very severe. It'll take time for them to recover enough to be discharged. I'm used to seeing patients carried into the hospital, but it was hard seeing the guardsmen in that condition. Our jobs come with a sad reality. Those times when we're present for the final moments of a patient's life. Anyone who's worked this job as long as some of us is bound to become desensitized. Even in the face of constant death, we rarely shed a tear. This raid incident, on the other hand, when I think about the victims, it isn't sorrow I feel, it's anger. Needlessly taking the lives of innocent people. Those Jaegers sicken me to the core. I mean, it's a little iffy on the tone, because, like, if they were just after killing civilians, they would have killed a lot more. The guys that were brought to room 202 are running their mouths all over it. Were running their mouths all over it first, but now they just seem down in the dumps. I don't think their injuries are the sole cause. Does it have to do with what happened to the city? I've never seen so many patients brought to the hospital until now. They were all in so much pain. It's shaken my nerves so much that I'd rather not be alone for too long. Maybe I'll spend the night with Meifa again. Is this Meifa? It is. I don't remember their names. I think I can remember Sarone, because she's the one who used someone's scarf as a handkerchief and then gave it back. So, okay, this is 301, so this is 304 on the far left, I think must be Shizuku's room number. I mean, that's a low efficiency room, honestly. 2 couches with a table and a single bed. It's just low efficiency. Pardon us. Huh? Noe? Guys? Hello, Lloyd. Oh, Cecil, you're here too. Sorry for barging in like this. Is now a bad time? Hehe, of course not. I'm only here to swap out her IV. That's a bad time. I don't want to see somebody getting stuck with an IV. Ugh. IVs are gross. Well, any needles are gross, but like... Thanks for coming to see me, everyone. I know you probably have a whole bunch of work to do. Don't mention it. We had to after Noel told us that you'd woken up. We've been so worried about you, Fran. It looks like you're doing well, though. She's right. The color's back in your face already. Yeah, I'm better than ever now. Well, except for all the injuries, I mean. They said I'll be good to move to the general ward in 2 or 3 days. After that, it's only a matter of time until I'm back on my feet and right out the door. Nuh-uh. No way, Fran. You still need plenty of rest before I even let you think about getting out of here. Aw, don't be so dramatic. I got off pretty light, you know. I mean, Inspector Donovan was the one who covered me from the blast. Those eyes are very distinct. Fran. Come on, Franny. You can't be thinking like that. The red constellation's why either of you are here. What happened ain't your fault. Hehe, I know. But still, somebody has to back you guys up and support you from the sidelines. That's why I'm trying so hard to get better. It's okay, Fran. You don't need to strain yourself. It's not the same without you there to congratulate us on a job well done. But work is still running smoothly. The best thing you can do for us right now is focusing on your recovery. And once you're ready to give it your all again, we'll welcome you back with open arms. Okay, I will. Thanks, guys. Oh, but that reminds me. I heard you going back to the CGF, Noe. Mom must have told you. Yeah, I thought it over, and now is the right time. Guess I'll be missing out on all that support you'll be giving the SSS. But hey, more for the rest of them, right? Come on, Noe. I know you're more choked up about it than that. Oh, Noe. You're always so... sleepy. Fran. Don't worry, she's fine. That's just the IV drip kicking in. A sleep... like an... oh, anesthetic IV? You should relax now, and leave the talking for later. I'm okay. IVs make me super uncomfortable just thinking about them. I'm okay. Lloyd and them came all this way to see me. And I still need to give Noe her big pep talk before she goes back to the CGF. You don't exactly have the pep to spare right now. Sorry guys, I think it'd be best if we let her get some rest. No problem. We'll come visit again, okay, Fran? Sleep well. I will bake you a mishi cake once you're fully recovered. I can't wait. There she goes. Seems her stamina isn't nearly what it was right now. Oh, the IV... just thinking about IVs makes me really uncomfortable. I'm gonna pause recording for just a second, like in a brief break. Okay, so the audio will have skipped a bit there, and I can't really fix that, but just the thinking about IVs. Not fun, so no more IV. Seems her stamina isn't nearly what it was, but right now... well, she did need an emergency blood transfusion during her surgery. Still, she should be able to make a full recovery. She'll be healthy before you know it. I hope so. We should give her some privacy. By the way, Cecile, Are Inspector Donovan and Ilya taking visitors yet? We're relatives, yes, but... Oh, never mind. I'm sure it'd be alright. They almost consider you as family, after all. Not Inspector Donovan. We barely know Inspector Donovan. He wouldn't treat us as family. Why don't I escort you over so you can check in on them? That's probably breaking rules. She probably shouldn't do that. Would that be alright? We would appreciate it. Thanks for the solid, Cecil. You're very welcome. Inspector Donovan is room 302. He's in room 302. As for Ilya, we'll find her in 303, just across from Shizuku. Got it. Let's go. No, I want to see what the... Okay, what... That board is blank. It's just a green board. Ooh. Okay, he's not a relative either. Detective Raymond, I'm coming in now. Okay. How is Detective Raymond more okay than Fran? How is he fine? Detective Raymond, I'm coming in now. They're gonna explain it, but... Hey, Cecil. Oh, and if it isn't the SSS. Good to see you're doing well, Raymond. Have you been keeping the Inspector company? Haha. Just filling in for his wife when she needs a break is all. Though I get the feeling that if he saw me, he'd yell something like, "The hell are you doing here? Get back to work." Yeah, pretty much. It is easy to imagine. About the Inspector. They placed him on a ventilator? Yeah. They said his respiratory system took a lot of damage. But if he manages to wake up, it'll go a long way towards speeding up his recovery. Back during the explosion, the Inspector, he saved Fran and me. Imagine that, me, the worthless loser who did nothing but panic while Crossbow went up in flames. But like, how is Raymond 100% fine and Fran is like in the ICU for another 3 days? Even Fran had to be brought in for surgery. Well, I get off with little more than a scratch or two. It makes me sick. I'm just a lucky, incompetent son of a bitch. Raymond, you know it's not your fault, man. Why don't you take a break, Detective? His condition is stable, and we're always making our rounds. We'll notice if anything changes. You won't be able to help him if you keep running yourself ragged, you know? Haha, I appreciate that. The Inspector's wife should be coming back soon, though. I can at least look after him until she gets here. If you insist. Don't forget to take care of yourself, too. We will come visit again. Yeah, I think you'd like that. Yeah, IVs make me incredibly uncomfortable. Which is clear if you know what intravenous is. For protecting... I thought that'd be quick. Yeah, they don't justify him. They're just like, oh, he was lucky. But like... Okay, Fran was standing here. Whatever... I don't even remember his name. Raymond. Like, Fran was here. Raymond was here. Donovan was here. The explosion was here. How did Donovan blocking them? Fran, hugely damaged. Raymond, totally fine. Doesn't make any sense. Sully. Sully, may I come in? ... You have to speak. You have to speak. So, heart rate and breathing, I assume, are the meters on the back? Like, the bottom one's definitely heart rate, right? Bum bum. Like the extra bumps for the heart. You go bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. With kind of works. Sully. Ilya. Look at her. She's like a sleeping beauty. Normally, she'd snore like a bear, with her hair all mussed up. I've never seen her like this. Almost makes it hard to believe that it's really Ilya Platier lying in this bed. How is she? She sustained fractures in numerous areas, including her spine. She was also suffering from internal bleeding. You know? I'm glad they didn't say, oh, she's just like internal bleeding, fractures, including her spine. It actually tracks. I mean, she should have external lacerations, but thankfully, her surgeries were successful. However, she's shown no signs of coming out of her coma. That's why she remains on life support. That's terrible. Damn. They said that even if she wakes up, the odds for making a full recovery are slim to none. You know what that means, right? Ilya would never be able to stand on the stage again. Well, I mean, I know the meaning of stand on the stage, but there would be the moment where she gets out of her wheelchair and literally stands on the stage and there'll be a standing ovation. She'll never dance again, but... And it's all because she protected me. This never should have... She shouldn't have... Sully. The limitations of the arms of the models makes it so that that hug does not look at all like a hug. Because the arms don't even reach Sully. It's okay. Everything is going to be alright. No one knows Ilya better than I do. No matter what happens, she isn't the type of person to give up. She's never going to stop looking ahead. That's the Ilya Platier I know. But she's right. There's no way she would break so much new ground if she weren't the performer she is. What? That sentence doesn't make any sense. Whoops. My water bottle. Well said. There's no such thing as good enough for Ilya. In the time we've known her, she's always striven for new heights. As long as there is a stage to come back to, Ilya will stop at nothing to be on it. And somehow or another, I am certain she will make it there. ... Hell yeah. Not an appropriate line. Put some faith in Eidos and Ilya too. You've got your own thing to do. Besides, I have a feeling Ilya would be telling you off for missing your rehearsals right now, if she could. Give her all the more reason to catch up to you when she's awake again. Yeah, absolutely. Once she sees how far you and the others have come, she's going to do everything she can to join you. Thanks. That does make me feel a little better. You're right. The rest of us need to start pulling ourselves together. Barixia, she's nowhere to be found. That's actually for other reasons, partially. Not entirely other reasons, but... Hey, guys. If it's not too much trouble, would you mind helping us track Rixia down? I don't know what her whole deal is, but no matter what, she's still one of us. And I think Ilya would have another reason to get better if she came back too. Of course. Consider it a formal request of the SSS. We are going to find Rixia, and that's a promise. Thank you, everyone. I think that was just the reassurance Sully needed. To be honest, you ended up giving me some encouragement as well. Cecil, After hearing what happened, we feared the worst, and it seems we weren't too far off. Unfortunately so. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about her every hour of the day. But even so, this is Ilya we're talking about. I have faith in her. And knowing her, the more people believe in her, the more she'll channel that into herself, because she is a goddess. The faith of the people gives her power. Damn straight. That does sound like something she is capable of. Still, Sully is right. If Sully is right, then bringing Rixia back is going to be just as important as anything else. Do you think we can find her, Lloyd? Honestly, I don't know. If she's really gone into hiding, it'll be easier said than done. You're probably right. We don't even know for sure if she's still in the state. Just like the missing members of Heiyue. We're gonna be out of luck if the bunch of them hightailed it back to Calvard. Still, I don't want to let Soldier down. It's such a weird name to give her. Not after we promised her we'd get it done. Yeah, me neither. We should keep our ears to the ground for clues out on where she and Heiyue might have gone. Cecil's not in the know. She doesn't know that Rixia is related to Heiyue in any way. I will scour the Orbal net for any possible leads. That's more than we could ask for. I should be heading back to the nurse's station. What are all of you going to do next, Lloyd? We still have some work to take care of. So I guess we're saying bye for now. Thanks again for showing us their room, Cecil. Cecile, whatever. My pleasure. I know Crossbow's seen better days, but that's all the more reason we need to do our best. Just remember not to overdo it, okay? We'll try. Your concern is appreciated. We'll do more than just try. Now it's the time to make a stand. You're absolutely right. People have gone through so much hurt, both in body and mind. We have to do all we can to put smiles back on their faces. Make a stand, huh? Dum dum dum. Produce a stand. Oh! Is she at home because she doesn't need to be here at all times? Because she doesn't really need to be in intensive care? Huh. That's strange. I wonder where Shizuku is. Maybe she went for a walk. If so, she must be outside of this ward. Well, no harm in looking around for the kiddo. There she is. Let's ignore her for a second. Can't go in here. Hey, Shizuku. Out for a walk? On the ceiling, despite not being able to see? Those eyes are creepy every time. Oh, hello there, SSS. Are you here to visit someone today? That's right. We came to check how Fran is doing. We also got the chance to see Ilya and one of the inspectors from the police. Oh, that's right. Cecil told me about what happened to your sister. I can't imagine how horrible that attack in the city must have been. Cecil and the doctors haven't had any time to rest because of it. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. By the way, Shizuku, have your father stopped by to see you lately? No, he hasn't come once since what happened in the city. He did call, but it sounded like he's been busy with work too. That's understandable. Have you been lonely, Shizuku? No, I'm alright. A lot of people died, and there are still more here who were injured. It'd be selfish of me to expect all of his attention right now. For now, I'm trying my best to help by cheering Fran and the other patients up. That's all I can really do. The way my eyes are, it makes me feel so useless. What are you talking about? You're already doing plenty. He's right. The fact that you're staying strong despite your own challenges is inspiring to everyone around you. The SSS included. We can promise you that. If you say so. I think what all of you do makes you much braver than me. I'll be cheering you on from here, okay? There was something I wanted to talk to you about. It's about when Kia came to visit me 3 days ago. Oh yeah, Kia's gonna be gone at the end of the day. Because she pulled out a phone and talked, but yes. Oh, that's right. She did come to see you then, didn't she? Did something happen, Shizuku? Well, I just thought she was acting a bit strange is all. I could tell there was something on her mind. Something was bothering Kia. That's weird. She was acting the same as ever around us. Maybe everything going on in Crossbell has got her feeling uneasy, too. Possibly. She could have been hiding it to avoid worrying us again. Whatever the reason, we'll be sure to keep it in mind. Thanks for telling us, Shizuku. You're welcome. I know how busy the SSS is right now, so good luck. I'll be cheering you on from here. Let's do that. She hasn't moved. Nothing's changing. I assume there's not going to be anything there. What I do know is I've spoiled it. There's specific people that I need to talk to. On the bottom floor for a hidden quest that I really don't want to miss. So, the staircase is here. Oh, it's these nerds! Luganov. Wald. How could you let yourself turn into that thing just to get stronger? Shit. This has to be some kind of sick joke. I don't know what sort of demons he's battling in his mind, but I don't give a shit either. That bastard's no leader of ours anymore. Not that there's anything left to lead in the first place. This just might be the end of the Saber Vipers. The rest of us got away with just a few broken bones. But Koki's injuries are a lot more serious. He was hauled off to the ICU the second he got here. I heard they moved him to their research lab after that. That's rough. The ICU wasn't even enough. Which I'm actually really glad, because I've said it every single time. He smashed into a metal door with enough force to dent it. Again, it was a thick metal door. He should be dead. So at least they're saying he's in extremely intensive care. And he hasn't woken up yet either. Damn it. Why'd this have to happen? Because Wald is a baby? It just came at us, that monster. Because Wald's a baby, that's why this happened. It would seem the bulk of the damage these patients have sustained are to their psyches, not their bodies, except they have multiple broken bones. A healthy disposition can be as potent as a salve as any, but it's often difficult to heal a patient whose heart is resigned to despair. For now, they'll need to recover their spirits above all else. See, now this would be a reason to hope Wald doesn't die, because if Wald dies, these folks, who are not great people, but they will be, the rest of their lives will be twisted if he just dies and they don't talk to him. Even Fran wasn't spared in the attack, and she's only a receptionist. Damn it. So much for all the training we did at the police academy. We were no match for the Red Constellation once they started going all out. But the real shame comes from letting the citizens down. What good is a police force that can't protect its city when it needs it most? I feel pathetic. I mean, the Red Constellation is sort of on the level of a military. Generally, I don't think it's the police's job to deal with the military, but maybe I'm wrong. Seeing Fran's smiling face at the reception desk has always been a surefire pick-me-up for us officers, day in and day out. I can't tell you how relieved I am that she's regained consciousness. Okay. These bars are tilting me. because it's... I should focus on this, but like, it's showing the stuff that's behind her head because they aren't set up for if there's a patient there. So it's x-raying through her skull. Can't tell you regain consciousness. Yeah, me neither. Those monsters the Jaegers used were remarkably well trained. So much so that it's downright terrifying. I hate to say it, but we'll be done for if they ever make another strike at us. A number of police officers being cared for in the sick rooms here. Though, really, the only one who sustained any severe injuries is that inspector from the 2nd Division. I think technically if you're in a coma for a while, even if you're still in an IV in the ICU, that's severe. So I think Fran also got severe injuries, but whatever. Fortunately, the others should be back on their feet sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think Fran's state is serious. Yeah, this is the important talk here. Because this has something to do with a certain character. And what the guard at the front was talking about. He was talking about medical supplies. The supplies from Amphiria still haven't been delivered? Unfortunately not. They were supposed to have arrived by now. But no such luck. Oh dear. There must have been some sort of mix-up with our package. It's possible something happened on its way from Amphiria or the airport. We were expecting a package of medical supplies from Rhyme's deliveries. But what we got instead was not that. There must have been some kind of mix-up somewhere along the line. They're not telling me what it was? Treating our patients will be difficult without proper medical supplies. I suppose it falls on my shoulders to contact the supplier and explain what happened. Something must have happened in transit. So yeah, that's the... Oh, yeah, he's... him? No, Chief Clark I thought was the guy... That's the name of the guy at the Civic Center, right? But I don't think Chief Clark is the guy here, is it? Bring. Special support section. Lloyd Banning speaking. Hey, what's up? Where are you guys at right now? You know, most people start their calls off by introducing themselves. It's basic phone etiquette. Despite the fact that phones in this manner have only existed for maybe a few years. At all, in any way. Anyway, we're at St. Ursula Hospital. Is something wrong, Jonah? Sorta. You guys are back to your SSS stuff starting today, right? I was thinking of putting in a little request for you. How do you know that? You'd better not have been sneaking into the police database again. And that aside, we're too busy to do errands for you, so... What's that? Who was it that bailed you out when you were looking for those missing bracers? You owe me one, and you know it. Fine. We'll hear you out. But don't think that means we're going to do anything you ask us to. Should we get together in person? Yeah. Meet me in front of the lighthouse in the Harbor District. I'll be waiting. The lighthouse? Why there, of all places? Oh, shut up. It's supposed to be a surprise. Anyway, let's hurry it up. Hey, wait. You've got to be kidding me. I presume Jonah is asking another unreasonable favor of us? How'd you guess? Lloyd let everyone know. The lighthouse? Since when did that little squirt ever want to go outside? I mean, it has a connection to the geofront or something. Not to mention, there's hardly anything over there, now that the Heiwei building is gone. He did have a point about assisting us when we were searching for Lynn and Aeolia. Maybe we should hear him out. It'd be nice to return the favor, assuming it's within reason. Why don't we head there once our work starts settling down? Sounds like a plan to me. He was the one who decided to cash in his favor while we were on duty. If anything, we deserve to make him wait a little while longer. Uh-huh. I'm with you there, Teotot. Here. Ride. To here. And go to the airport. Do. Not relevant. Fresh save. They're relevant. They're probably the people I need to talk to. Let's talk to these folks. We get to ride an airship today. Hehe, I'm so excited. I'm gonna take a whole bunch of pictures from up in the clouds. I was not prepared for this sudden trip. My husband has a point though. It has been dangerous here lately. Now that the city is mostly back to normal, I decided to go abroad with my family for a while. Good choice. It'll be safer up in Remferia with my parents, I'm sure. That is a great choice. Liberal and Remferia have been lending much support to the restoration of Crossbell. Thanks to their donations and supplies, reconstruction work has already settled into a comfortable pace. On behalf of the citizens of Crossbell, I'd like to extend my gratitude to them both. Rumor has it the raid on the city was actually an act of Imperial subterfuge. There's no definitive proof, but where there's smoke, there's fire. If you consider the Empire's actions up until now, it's hard to see it any other way. Okay, these are the people I need to talk to. Aw man, what am I gonna do? If I'd only been more careful, this never would have happened. Excuse us, is everything alright? Oh, hello there, SSS. Actually, something terrible has happened. I was supposed to deliver some Remferian medical supplies to St. Ursula Hospital today. But some swindler swiped them before I could even pick them up. I mean, that's kind of incompetence. How did that even happen? Just a while ago, a man who claimed to work for a shipping company came here. He had this whole story about how he was there to transport the supplies in place of Rhyme's deliveries. Guy seemed totally legit. Official looking paperwork and everything. So I gave him the packages without a second thought. But as far as I knew, we hadn't ever set up an arrangement like that. It wasn't until I arrived and we started talking that we realized that what actually happened. In short, the supposed arrangement was entirely falsified. It takes a special kind of scumbag to steal medical supplies at a time like this. The raid on the city left so many people in the hospital. And that's exactly why supplies like that will fetch a pretty mirror on the black market. Our crook's a sneaky, mirror-grubbing little thief. That's despicable. This is so not good. St. Ursula's waiting for those supplies to arrive as we speak. It's all my fault. If only I had contacted Rhyme's deliveries and checked in first. No, don't blame yourself. That fraud should be the one answering for this. I mean, he should blame himself just enough that the next time something like this happens, he does that, and that's all he needs to worry about. Wait a minute. Would you guys be able to go after this guy and get the packages back? Please, I'm begging you. Do whatever you can to get those supplies to the folks at St. Ursula who need them. Obviously. Not much time has passed since the incident occurred. If we hurry, we still have a chance to catch up. Just leave this case to us. Really? We owe you big time. Our perpetrator has a head start on us, but the clock's already ticking. We need to move fast. Do we have any clues as to where he might be heading? I never saw the guy myself, so I couldn't say one way or another. Oops. Let me think. He was driving a black, Rhineford-made Orbital truck. Judging by his gaudy clothes, I'd guess he was Erebonian, maybe? So, chances are, our perp might be trying to slip back into the Empire. If that's the case, he could be near Belgard Gate by now. Just in case, we should see what information we can gather about the vehicle along his escape route. We'll have to be quick about it, though. There's no time to waste. Let's give chase immediately. Billy, Ricardo, would you mind waiting here until we get in contact again? Sure, no problem. Good luck, everyone. Delivery deception started. See, now the part here is... Are they gonna let me just do this? Or am I supposed to run all the way down the highway? If that black truck was headed for the Empire, it should be around here. I do not see any vehicle matching that description, however. We should ask around and see what the guardsmen know? Yeah, maybe we should. Mireille. Oh, what are you all doing here? What's up, Mireille? Good to see you, Second Lieutenant. Same to you. But really, what are you all here for today? Someone's looking haggard. Sorry, it's just things are teetering on the brink here due to the pressure the Empire is putting on us. On top of that, there was a bit of a disturbance over at Tangram Gate. Tangram? What happened? A Rhineford-made truck plowed through the checkpoint without finishing its exit paperwork. I think enough of it was completed that it won't cause too much trouble. But it's still a terrible look for the CGF, especially while the major powers have us under the microscope. Why the look? Well, you don't suppose that was the same truck? That confirms it. We went in the complete opposite direction. That guy's probably halfway to Edith by now. We've completely failed. Huh? I'm gonna skip this. I'm not listening to this. I'm gonna redo it. That's actually interesting. That's like the first quest that you can fail in that sort of way. Like, I've never seen one like that. So what they're saying is... Yeah, I'm gonna kind of question this. Like, it's gonna be a case of they want us to run along the way, talking to people that we see. Oh, we're gonna talk to these people? And he's gonna say left or right, and that's all we need? Hey, Lloyd. What's got you so flustered? Oh, Franz. We're actually in the middle of pursuing a runaway thief. You wouldn't happen to have seen a black Rhineford model truck pass by, have you? A black truck? Well, now that I think about it, I think I did see one a little while ago. It went towards East Street, if I recall correctly. East Street? Really? Are you sure it wasn't West Street, toward the Empire? Nah, it definitely went east. I saw it too. The hell? That'd mean it's on its way to Calvard. Our target is an Erebonian driving a Rhineford-made truck. It's only natural to assume he would try and escape to the Empire, and yet it seems the opposite was true. Well, there's a kick in the head. Shame on us for thinking a swindler would be easy to read. Thanks for the tip, Franz. You'd saved us a lot of time. Okay, let's hurry. Right, it'd make a lot more sense to chase him in the car. I'll get us to Tangram Gate in no time flat. I don't have the foggiest idea what you guys are up to, but best of luck. It sounds like you'll need it. It's really weird that they're like, oh yeah, their initial plan's like chase on foot. But it's just weird. There he is. We managed to find him. Hehe. I'm practically in the clear at this point. You know what they should do? Pull your car in front of his truck so he can't get out. But they won't. All I have to do now is sell this motherload off in the Republic. Remfurian-made medical supplies ought to turn up pretty, Mira. Not on our watch. Shoot him. Just shoot him. Shoot him in the leg. You! Minute. We should have known this was your doing. You're under suspicions of seizing medical supplies from the airport under false pretenses. We're going to have to ask you to show us your luggage. It would seem I've been far too careless. You got that right. Compared to the webs you were weaving in Armorica, this just lacks imagination. It's because of you that my scheme in that backwater village fell through and landed me on a wanted list. Without the pocket change I plan to squeeze from these sales, my business will go under. Cut the crap. We know you've got a bigger motive than that. You've been raising cash for the Red Constellation. Either that, or you've got a contract with them. And now, because of the stunt they pulled in the city, you're turning tail and running for the hills, right? Heh, you've got quite the imagination, boy. Time is of the essence. I suggest we make the arrest now, and sort out the details later. I agree. That's our best option. My, what a frightful bunch you are. Nothing more than savage brutes. In that case, I cordially invite you to eat my dust. Again, pull your car in front of him, like these guys are incompetent. Lloyd, let's get in the car and chase after him. Right. God, it's bad. Like, it's such bad. Like, the micro scale writing in these games is so mediocre. What in the? Report. We've got to report this to Deputy Commander Douglas. Like, the small scale writing is so bad. The small scale decision making of characters is so bad. Okay, if these explosives are supposed to be hitting us and not him, what is this? It's definitely aiming at him, right? If it's not, what is this? No, not good. Those grenades aren't going to let us get any closer, except they're blowing up right beside his car. They're nowhere near us. This is not set up correctly. The grenades are not being positioned properly. Maybe it desynced somehow, but like, this is just bad. Dang it. We'd be able to catch up to him for sure if I could really open this girl up. At this rate, he could make it to Altair. That would only serve to complicate things. You're right. He'll be out of our jurisdiction if he managed to escape the state. Again, if these guys were competent like they're portrayed as, they would have pulled their car in front of the truck and then gotten out. But instead, they just stood there and did nothing. Like, or when he tried to get in his car, shoot him in the leg, which might have been justified considering what he stole. Like, and take the reprimand for shooting a guy. Like, do anything. But the writing is like, oh, we have to force this event to go this way. Like, set it up in a way that makes more sense. Like, if they want a car chase, just have it be that he's leaving as we pull in. That would be better. It's just bad writing. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Neither do I. That's why we've got to stay on his tail. Step on it, Noel. Don't let him get away. Yes, sir. Oh? What? Hey, it's Arianrod. Thank you, Arianrod. I don't know the pronunciation, but thank you. You're a good person. It doesn't make any sense that the story went this way, but whatever. What just happened? Some sort of heavy impact appears to have forced him off the road. Because Arianrod has morals. Is my understanding. Why is he out of his car? What in Eidos' name was that just now? I'm not entirely sure either. But you're under arrest. But I do know one thing. There's nowhere left to run. It's time for you to pay your dues. Just go and grab him. Don't stand 5 meters away from him. This is bad writing. It's bad gameplay writing components. Like, they need to mingle it a little better. Heh 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 heh. Ha 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 ha. Fine. It would seem the goddess has finally seen fit to forsake me despite me totally being an ardent follower. But so be it. I'll find some way to turn a profit from this, or my name isn't Minith. So, if I'm headed for Gehenna either way, I may as well recoup my losses by dragging you all there with me. They totally could fit 6 of them. Oh, 5. It can totally fit 5 of those. These are weak cats. The Red Constellation's cougars. Watch out. This many kitties is nothing to purr at. Ah ha ha. Swine like you will make for a wonderful feast. Now die, cretins. Like, honestly, This entire chain of events is weak. Here they come. I'm hoping to get a clear image. Prepare to engage. Okay, you can't get a single clear image there. What a shame. Okay. How many can I pull together? 2. Gotta love these. I mean, you're just gonna do nothing to get the minimum delay. Because if I do this, it's more delay. So you're just gonna do nothing. You're going to Aqua Miraji. That's gonna be too late, so it's not gonna matter. So you're just gonna go for maximum damage. And you're going to go for maximum damage, because hopefully they all move in. Okay. He's worthless, basically. Ugh. Whatever. Okay, so he's going to Raging Spin as many people as possible. Except for some reason that leads to them being further out, but whatever. Let's just save time. Decent, Sepith. Phew, we did it. Impossible! Impossible! The Jaeger's military monsters, defeated by a mere pack of state-sponsored dogs? You shouldn't be so quick to underestimate us. Military monsters can be pretty damn ferocious, I'll give you that. But they ain't gonna be much of a threat in the hands of a total amateur. So quit wasting our time and let us cuff you already. Perhaps we should interrogate Minith about his dealings with the Red Constellation. This audio is a mess. I'm gonna make it louder for a second. That's actually pretty funny. You hear the crackling? If I tab out, the crackling goes away for some reason. That's interesting. There. Okay. Yeah, that crackling's really annoying. Dealings with the Red Constellation. He may be our key to discovering where it is they disappeared to. No. Why are they assuming he's actually an important player with the Red Constellation, and not just someone who purchased the Cougars? I don't know, Teotot. That's probably giving him too much credit. I'm glad Randy's not dim. He's just a business partner, as far as they're concerned. They wouldn't tell a jabroni like him squat. Like, yeah, he's questionably competent. Good point. If I may change the subject, just what was it that caused him to veer into the wall like that? I mean, arrest him first. Oh, yeah. I could swear I saw a lance or something crash right in front of the truck. On your guards, everyone. Huh? So you noticed us. Well done. I wonder if it's bugged. I wonder if the lightning noise is a bug. It stopped now, which is nice. Yeah, she's like honorable. She definitely thought stealing medical supplies was a step too far. That you had the skill to defeat those monsters pleases me. You have made substantial progress since our first encounter in the wetlands. Perhaps my assistance was not entirely necessary. Yeah, I'm still like, is it Aryan Rod? Because R-H-O-D can be pronounced Rod. Like a name can be Rod. And Aryan Rod is more like, it seems more likely than Aryan or Hod. So I'm going to call it Aryan Rod, but don't do it aggressively. They will murder you. Don't even try. It's those knights we met near Lake Elm. Then that lance, it was hers? Aryan Rod, the Steel Maiden. That was your name, right? Why would you help us? What purpose does it serve for you? No, she's just honorable. Pay it no mind. I simply do not condone the actions of the charlatan before you. At times, mankind will commit atrocious deeds to survive a world at war. However, taking advantage of the goodwill intended for aiding the injured is nothing less than deplorable. This man has no integrity, no dignity or resolve. I cannot abide by such vulgar behavior. See, this is what makes Ouroboros interesting. This character really helps make them interesting because they're not just a one-note villain. Some of them, they might not even be villains. Maybe in the end it will be revealed that it's all for the greater good and it will save the world from like an otherwise collapsing, but I doubt it. Like, they're currently the villains of the entire story, but some of them are, not all of them are comic book villains. Some of them are, broadly speaking, pretty good people. I cannot abide by such vulgar behavior. Are you saying you helped us stop Minith because it was the right thing to do? Wow, that's a pretty noble act for someone who's in bed with this sketchy secret society. Perceive it how you wish. It matters not to me. You would do well to strengthen yourselves ere we meet again. I really hope she's in Reverie, which is the next game that has has Lloyd as the main character. Unless you wish to see you and your fallen comrades reflected in the bloody sheen of my lance. Till next we meet. So she's such a valuable character to make Ouroboros an interesting villain. If it like a interesting opponent. She's gone. Did she seriously come all the way out here to tell us that? Talk about self-righteous. I just don't get those Ouroboros guys. At any rate, this proves that we must remain alert. You never know when a member of the society may be nearby. True enough. People don't call them snakes for nothing. Well, Ouroboros is the reason they're called snakes, because Ouroboros is a snake, but whatever. Not to interrupt, but we do still have an arrest to make. I don't think mulling this over will get us very far right now. Yeah, I agree. Should we request backup from the CGF just in case? They're stretched thin, but I think they could afford to come take Minith into custody at least. Good idea. Mind putting in the call, Noel? Lloyd and the SSS had Minith transported to CPD headquarters. Soon after, they explained what had happened to Billy and Ricardo, who were waiting at the airport. Finally, with Billy in tow, they made their way to St. Ursula Hospital. I can't tell you how shocked I was when Ricardo called me from the airport. I'd wondered why our shipment hadn't arrived, but this was hardly the explanation I was expecting. Imagine stealing from a hospital. There are some real scumbags out there. Just be glad the medical supplies were delivered in the end. Let's just be glad. These should be enough to treat the patients from the raid incident. We're in your debt again, SSS. You have our gratitude. Please, we were only doing our jobs. No way we were going to let a cowardly opportunist get away like that. Personally, I'd rather not be thanked when we needed a knight in shining armor to bail us out in the end. Knight in what? Oh, well, you see, pay it no mind. It's more of a personal matter. What's important is that your supplies are where they should be. Let us know if there's anything more we can do to help. We absolutely will, SSS. Thank you again. Yeah, and big ups from me too. You guys are alright. He wasn't even facing us when he said that. Delivery deception. So, that will be the stopping point for today. I'm glad Minith is behind bars. Let's hope he doesn't get off because, oh, we can't arrest people that are from other places despite them doing stuff here. Ooh, like it's so weird. Jonah, so next we'll be talking to Jonah in the Harbor District. Please tell me my car is here. Thank goodness. I could talk to him again, but there's no real reason. Let's do this. Just talk to this guy. Oh, actually, no, sorry, I'm distracted. But here is the ending for today. So this is Chief Clark. What's the guy at the Civic Center? What's his name? I should actually see if I can talk to Dr. Sayland. If she's over here, she would be worth talking to. These should be sufficient to treat the patients from the raid incident. I'll use what you brought wisely. We have to make it last. Darn, I was hoping she'd actually have something interesting to say. Because she's a named character, and she hasn't been especially important yet. I imagine she will be eventually, but as of now, she hasn't really been vital. Okay, let's save there. I was gonna check something. Yes, I was gonna check. What's this guy's name? Clip. His name is Chief Clip. He just has the exact same design. I'm gonna wait here. Like, it's just weird that... Oh, I have a thing to give Kia's room. Wow, it's for me? This is a palm. It's cute. It's actually really cute. See you later, guys. Have fun. Thanks, Kia. We're off. I guess that's the last time I'll be hearing that for a while. You're really going to miss her, aren't you? It takes nerves of steel to pull yourself away from someone like Kia. Just the thought of it is almost too much to bear. I meant to stop, but then I talked to her. I'm going to miss you too, Noelle. But don't get too sad about it, okay? You and Fran can come over and play once she gets better. Aw, Kia. Of course we will. You heard the goal, Noelle. Best get to rebuilding the CGF better than ever so you can transfer back here ASAP. It is also important that Fran recover quickly, as much as she can help it. Well, you can be sure that I'll put in all the effort I can give. If it reunites us with Kia's smiling face even 1 second faster, it'll be more than worth it. There she goes. Make something a mission, and she'll stop at nothing to see it through. Hehe. That's not cute. This is cute. This isn't cute. This is cute. This is cute. That picture's really creepy. Her face is way too wide compared to her face. Anyway, I got distracted. Oh, Ellie actually has more HP than Lloyd because of the HP 3. Interesting. The HP 3 giving 20% more HP gives her more total HP. But I keep getting distracted. Anywho, here's where this stops for today. Next time we'll be visiting Jonah, which will be on Monday because today's Friday. So it'll be a couple days. We'll be going over to the Harbor District, interacting with Jonah, and then that probably will lead till the end of the day. And then it'll be the next day. But that is for next week. Have a good day. Bye-bye.